Servus Jens.
Hey Thomas.
How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome to
Thank you.
KTM Factory Racing.
So this is this building, Spaceship Pit.
Yes.
Impressive.
Where we started 2016 to build the fastest rocket ships for MotoGP and every other discipline that we are doing.
Let's go visit.
Let's go inside. First area that we see when we enter is, sure, it's MotoGP.
Yes.
Or let's say road racing in general, because on this side we have the MotoGP base where usually race bikes are here when they are here in Austria. Most time they are in the trucks traveling the world. Here the boys, especially from the test team, they work here nearly all year to prepare the bikes and get everything ready for testing. On this side then we have specific bikes for going on the dyno if we have to check the engines, or if we go to the wind tunnel, then there's also a specific bike what we use, so we don't have to use any of the race or test bikes for these things. And in the rear part, we also have our Moto 3 group. Because
how do you call it? RC4?
RC4, yes.
Yeah.
This is our Moto 3. Maybe you remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Zulfami Khairuddin?
No.
No?
It's Jack.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, because I had visited Malaysia and I
Yeah, but this was a sponsor of Aki's team
of course.
in those days.
We tried it we tried with Salom bikes at Almeria.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. But it's like immediately to do the same lap times as with an R6.
Yes.
And then you're blocked because if your processor doesn't refresh fast enough, the bike is too fast for you. But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have been world champion that year.
Yes.
Bad stewarding in Aragon, I remember.
So here we also do the development for our Moto 3 project.
Okay.
We have a test team there as well with Efren Vasquez as a test rider. So we do a lot here, and then especially now for 2024 we will have a new bike for the young riders to bring to the GPs.
Okay.
This is all done here in-house. I mean, it's the foundation of everything. If you have the right people, then you can build something special.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's same like now with our MotoGP team. Yeah, the bike got a lot better for sure, but the group is now so settled and such a nice group to work with in terms of riders, technicians, mechanics, engineers, everyone involved in the project now.
But it takes time.
I get a little bit of goosebumps now because
Gänsehaut.
Yes, Gänsehaut.
The cool thing is that we can never see in the pits because there's always the fairings on. This is to diminish the consequences of a crash?
Of a crash, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and there is no space wasted.
Yeah. And when you see that, it still looks a lot simpler than the Ducati where everything is mixed. You can feel the simplicity of the bike design up into the very top echelons.
Simplicity.
Yeah, no, what I mean is it's a lot less messy than some of your competitors, that's what I would say.
But this is also part of a development to make the bike handleable and so that the mechanics can work on it easy and fast and not run into some issues between the sessions. You know?
Yeah, of course.
You see here the special steering damper.
Yeah, rotary steering damper.
Yes.
Is it still trellis, or do you print this
There
chassis?
is parts that are printed and then still some tubes.
Okay, but the material is still you made it out of steel.
Some special steel. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I cannot tell you the exact specification because then I have to kill you after the tour. But
No. But this is enough information.
Yeah.
How many people are working there usually?
In this workshop area,
Yeah.
in general, it's like roughly 20 maybe in all the bays.
Okay.
So,
okay. Yeah, it's very clean and very open. And then you have already some engineers working on this side?
This is the electronics department.
Okay.
So there is already the connection that what they develop and what they work on will need to go on the bike.
Okay.
So there need to be a close connection that they can immediately go outside and check on the bike, or you see there's chassis inside, so they can check the routing of the wiring harness and everything. So
it's great that you have all these lights.
Yes.
But are you afraid of any spying? Not really?
No.
Okay.
Like even Mr. Pira said, hey, we are investing so much money into MotoGP, why we should not show what we are doing?
Absolutely.
If we hide it, nobody will understand what's the invest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is our promotion. In the end, MotoGP is a marketing tool. And if you don't show your marketing tool, then better save the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also the nice
Krapovic exhaust. They're amazingly light, and we saw the people welding them.
Yes, it's a piece of art. If you see,
They said on the more complicated exhaust one more around 100 welding points. Sorry.
I mean, this is the nice and also the unique thing that we have compared to our competitors. You know that we do everything ourselves. You know, over there is WP. You can see the building right next door. When we need something like the steering damper need to be placed different, or we have to create a package, we sit together and we create the package. We don't have to ask an outside company, hey, can you do this for us or that? No, we do it ourselves. So.
And also, Punkel is in charge of doing all the crankcases, correct?
Part of it, yeah.
Okay.
No, this is also very helpful to have a company like Punkel within the group and work on these parts together. So next up is our motocross workshop.
Yep.
With motocross, it's a little bit different than in MotoGP. As you know, from MotoGP, the trucks are going from race to race. So usually the bikes and the trucks, they never come back during the season. Maybe now the trucks were here after Silverstone to wait for going to Spielberg. But for motocross, for example, they were in Sweden last weekend for the GP on Sunday. And now they are back here in the workshop to be prepared for the next race this weekend in the Netherlands, I think. It's the next race. So with them, they usually come back to here to work on the bike after every GP, if it's not overseas. But within Europe, usually they come back here and then be prepared for the next race. And as you can see now from here, there is a direct view over there to the MotoGP workshop or road racing workshop, and there's a constant exchange of information, of help, ideas, whatever it is, and that makes the place really unique. But the idea behind all the workplaces is more or less the same. We don't make a big difference between if it's off-road or road racing.
You see that people are treated the same way, it's the same benches, and it's nice. So you don't feel like neglected.
Yes. As you can see, here the color changes a little bit. So before it was orange. Now here it's blue, because here we do most of the stuff for the Husqvarna. So we do some development here. There is no real racing effort from here, because the enduro team is based in Italy, the motocross team is based in Belgium. So here we do some preparation for bikes, but also development, and this in terms of Husqvarna. Here we prepare all the bikes. Unfortunately, there's not too many bikes here at the moment, except for this one from Kevin Benavides. Because the guys were testing in the States. You see all these section with a special fit mounting for the road book and the lights, everything. So, and it's impressive what they do. And
also you can see which way it transfers to the series bike, because the Adventurer has got the same type of fuel tank to lower the center of gravity.
Yes.
Krapovic knowledge again. Yes. Looks trick.
This is also quite nice. You know, we have these companies that work with us for the whole extent of our efforts. So this is nice to see and also good to work with.
It's almost like series-like finish, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the funny thing is, when we started the building, this room was not there. So after 1 or maybe 2 years, Mr. Pira said, hey guys, I have some tool and some toy for you, which will be a 3D printer. But you need to create some room for it, and here you have it. Use it.
Wow.
And our engineers, they say, oh, fuck, why we need a 3D printer? And this was like 5-6 years ago, you know.
And now you print...
Soon after, maybe half a year or 1 year later, this thing is running 24/7 more or less,
Yeah,
doing stuff. We can even do a fairing to go in the wind tunnel.
Yeah.
We can do all the small boxes and brackets and everything.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and it's such a big help in terms of development, but also in terms of doing small things that before you had to do a mold or whatever. Now you just print it and go.
Yeah.
And
I heard that
you need to paint it because it's white, and you paint it black, and off we go.
I heard that in F1 they had printers in the track.
They bring the printers to the track, yes.
It's not yet in MotoGP?
No, not yet.
Okay.
As usual, we are about, let's say, 6 to 10 years behind Formula One, so at some stage we will come to that point, maybe. So here we have one dyno, one rolling dyno.
Works for every type of bikes?
Yes. Here we put all the different kinds of bikes on, just to check. You know, after a rebuild in the workshop, we come here and do a checkup, engine, gearbox, everything, and then off. Sometimes we, especially the off-road guys, they do a little mapping work here as well, but we have access to our large dyno facility from the R&D department in Mattighofen.
Okay.
So there's even more dynos, especially engine dynos that we can use. So this is all the manufacturers' titles that we won so far, mostly from off-road.
Yeah.
So we are still starting to put some more road racing. So here we have a small, let's say, machine shop. Actually, we get a lot of parts from external suppliers.
Yes.
But still, some final machining or some small bits and pieces we try to do ourselves.
Okay.
Just to be independent and also to have the time frame in our hands and not to having to rely on somebody outside. So it's maybe not the latest spec, but it's doing the job for what we need, and we can do one or the other thing here in-house by ourselves.
That's for all the departments?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We do some final finishing of the parts that to be done here, or for some bearing surfaces that we do here.
Wow, the clamps, how thin they are.
Yeah.
This is MotoGP, not Moto3? No?
This is MotoGP, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can scan all the different parts of a bike and then make a check if it's according to the drawing.
Okay.
So you have this tool here to scan.
Okay.
And whatever part it is, a chassis or footrest or triple clamps or whatever it is, you can scan. And
to see if there's any defect after a crash?
Or if it's according to the drawings, you know, that it's the same dimensions, everything is the same.
All right, okay.
In terms of quality check before you place the parts on the bike.
First time I see this in my whole life.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because you know, you follow the shape of whatever you put here, and then you see it building up here on the screen.
Wow.
Okay, and since none of our bikes is running without an engine,
yes,
this is our engine department. From here, we supply all our factory riders with the engine. Whether it's off-road, road racing, 2-stroke, 4-stroke, whatever it is, every engine will run through this department.
It's impressive.
Yeah, and this is quite a few. I think we have roughly between 75 and 80 factory riders, and they're all in need of engines. So this is coming from here.
Yeah, it smells like an engine department.
Yes. So it's a little bit divided. On this side, we do all the off-road engines.
Okay.
And here we do all the road racing.
Okay.
So you already see many finished engines here. They are even built up from scratch, or they are rebuilt during the season.
As you have many, can we just bring one as a souvenir?
We have quite a few, actually. For Moto3, we run these engines now for the 3rd year because there was a freeze in the technical regulations. So most of the parts, they are more like a OEM.
What's that?
This is the hour meter, so how long the engine is running.
All right, okay.
And you see, this is brand new, 0 hours. And here you see it's a lot more prototype. with a CNC machine parts.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that there's 300 horsepower in such a small block of aluminium.
Yes.
This is fucking cool.
Yeah, so in this department we build all the engines here, all MotoGP. On this side usually we do the gearboxes and the engine itself then over here.
Hello.
Servus.
Servus.
I think it's a unique place. You will not find another place like this in the whole world.
Definitely not.
With so many different disciplines that we supply the bikes and the service from here. So it was nice to have you here to show you around, and I hope you will transport this news and this information to your audience and make a nice story.
Count on us. Dankeschön.
Thank you. Au revoir.